This is beautiful. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Congdon Park. This is a local park for me. I am home for a little bit, and I thought today I would get out and photograph some waterfalls. It's a beautiful, overcast day, kind of perfect weather for that sort of subject. I also thought I'd do some time-lapse today. I haven't shot any time-lapses in over a year, and I feel really rusty. So just kind of wanted to practice that today. And also, more than anything, rather than hustle through a park and in a place, I just kind of want to sit down and relax and enjoy some of my local environment, some of the place where I live. So that's the plan today. Hike this little small park, find a couple little spots just to post up and shoot a time lapse and just sit down and relax and enjoy the afternoon. So I think I found myself a nice little spot here. I got a lovely cascade and a tree behind me. I'm gonna get set up on that. And once I'm ready to go, I'll show you what I'm doing. So hang out with me. It should be a nice, relaxing day. All right, friends. Camera is going to its start position now. Time lapse is all set up. Shooting a nice little kind of simple sweeping shot coming from camera right to left. Little slight pan, slight tilt. Got a beautiful tree in the background, cascading fall in the foreground, slight movement down to up. That's the shot. Shooting at a quarter second, ISO 100, F11. Those are my settings. That quarter second gives me a nice little streak in the water, little slow shutter speed kind of a feel to it. And that's it, really. Just a pretty small park woodland scene. Got this guy all set up and going. Nothing to do now but let it run its course. See what we end up with. Hopefully it's something nice. Now I just sit here for about 35 minutes while this thing takes 1,000 photos and makes a 45-second video. Not a bad way to spend a day. All right, there we have it, friends. Time lapse is finished. Nothing to do now but go home and edit it. Hopefully it turns out really well, or at least somewhat well. But I think I'm gonna pack all this up. Gonna take a minute and hike down the river just a little bit more, go a little bit past where I've parked. Check out the lower section of Tisher Creek here. This is the creek that runs through Congdon Park, if I haven't mentioned it. It's really pretty, it's a beautiful day. Still got some time, so I'm gonna go check out a couple of spots down there and see if maybe I can catch 2 time lapses in one day. But first, I gotta pack all this up. All right, I think I found the shot already. I didn't walk very far, across the street, came down the trail, I don't know, 50 yards, if that. Got this great little narrow spot right here. This is gonna be tricky to set up because I want to put my slider across the river here where it's really narrow. Just kind of shoot low and come across it. I'm gonna have 2 things I'm gonna have to combat with. One is the spray of the water coming off of the churning bit here in the rocks, not getting all over my lens. So I'm gonna have to consider that. I also have to think about, I might have to get in this creek a little bit. So shoes and socks might be coming off. The rocks here where I'm working are very slippery. So I want to be cautious setting up. I don't want to dump a whole bunch of expensive time-lapse gear into this river. So I'm going to be a little slow in getting this one set up. And I might change my mind in the middle of it. But I think I found my shot. I want to try to get set up on it. Okay, that one was tricky to set up. Like I said, I ended up having to take the shoes and socks off wade out into the river. It was tricky to get the slider set up without dropping all of those motors in the water. And then I had to come back, grab a camera, and go back out there without dropping the camera in the water. And you may know, I have a history of dropping some cameras in some water. But we're set up and we're running, nothing to do now but wait. So once again, I'm gonna sit here in this beautiful section of the park and just enjoy it. Another half an hour for this thing to run. Hopefully it turns out. And then we will, I think, conclude this really very relaxing day. A little stressful setting up all that stuff in the middle of the river, but once I was there, hopefully, all be worth it. Just realized I forgot to mention the settings on this particular little time lapse I got going back here. They're slightly different. I'm going half-second exposure on this, just a little bit longer, also just to spice things up a little bit, change it up a bit, and get a little more blur in this water, take a little bit more of the churn out of it. So half a second, ISO 100, f18 on this one. Again, about 1,000 shots should all come together to about a 40-ish second video, we hope. Still just sitting here and really enjoying the sound of the river rolling on by and all this lush summer green surrounding me. Beautiful way to spend a day. Woohoo! All right, friends, we've made it back here to dry land and nothing fell in the water. So that is really, really good news. Timed this day perfectly. The sun's coming out, the exposures on the waterfalls are getting a little bit harsh, so couldn't have asked for anything better. Really fantastic day. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. Just kind of mostly sat along the riverside, but it was really enjoyable. I had a fantastic time. I hope you did as well. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, please head on over to toddhphoto.com. Over there you can see all the images and some of the time lapses I've been taken throughout the years. And while you're there, I'd love it if you signed up for my mailing list. There I just mail out early access to my blog, and as a member of that mailing list, you get access to download the featured image free for 1 week before I offer it up for sale as a digital download on my website for $1. And if you'd like to get a little piece of art to hang on your wall, I do have a small selection of some fine art clay prints for sale as well. But I want to thank you for hanging out with me today here at Congdon Park along Fisher Creek in beautiful Duluth, Minnesota. And we'll see you next time.